Hey, what is going on, everybody? Ali here, and welcome to my review of Fire Force Episode 2. Now, I just wanted to let you guys know that for Fire Force and stuff, since I'm also reviewing Danmachi, Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in the Dungeon, the second season, I'm gonna probably just be doing a non-edited review video of Fire Force and stuff, because having two shows that come out on the same day and stuff, and then editing them both, it's gonna be like a lot. So for Fire Force, I'm going to try to do just like a non-edited like review video of the episode and stuff. Not only because of that, but you know, it's gonna kind of help me with like speaking better and things like that, and getting better at doing actually less editing with like reviews and such. So for Fire Force, I'm gonna try to do that. And like starting off with this one, and I gotta say, like, episode 2 of Fire Force like half of it was really funny, and then the second half of the episode was very sad. Like, to the point where I like almost started tearing up. Like, my throat started like choking up, my chest started getting a little tight, and like a tear was about to come down. See, like I gotta work on my like speech and stuff, but a tear almost was going to come out because of this girl that they had to go to her house because her father turned into an infernal, and like her mother like turning into an infernal 2 years beforehand. So now she's scared that like she lost her mom, then she lost her dad, and she's scared as hell that she's next or something. Like, it's freaking her out. So, like, the captain is talking to Shinra that, like, this is what we do, that we need to be here for the people that are like the survivors that are still here. We need to be there for them, because these infernals were people that have relatives. They used to be human. And him talking about that and saying that, like, it's not just for us to like take out infernals and such. It's for like them to not have suffering, and just to help, again, like I said before, the survivors for what comes after. And like also him telling Shinra and Arthur, who I'm gonna talk about like later, dude is funny. Honestly, like everything about him, he tries to act cool, but he's just like Shinra said, he's real dumb. But they took out their weapons and stuff, and the captain was like, put them away. I told you to put them away, because he doesn't want these survivors to see that they're gonna go in there with those things to take the infernal out or anything, or their relative out, because it's not gonna help them at all. It's sad. So that's what happened in the second half, and I'll talk a little bit more. But the first half was hilarious, because this other guy, this new recruit, the rookie, was coming in. His name's Arthur, who's a knight. He calls himself a Night King, but he was a knight and then called himself a Night King because Shinra, it turns out that they were both in the same academy, and Shinra was gonna make fun of him about him being a knight, and like midway through the sentence that he said that, he put king at the end, so he calls himself Night King. But that's pretty cool that like his sword, he names it Excalibur. His name is Arthur. He's a Night King, King Arthur, like the actual real life king from like the medieval times, of like the times of like kings and queens and things like that. That was really cool to introduce a character like that, and he pretty much has a lightsaber, and it's pretty cool. I love Star Wars, so I mean, of course, I would like this plasma blade that he has. But they both come in, and the lieutenant is so funny towards I think her name's Maki. I think that's what it is or something. The girl who can like we can all understand like what kind of like ability that she has, is that like she can kind of like move flames at will, and she's able to like turn them into things and stuff like that. So like she was up on the roof with the nun girl, just checking out, doing that stuff, and then the lieutenant said like, "Hey, spar with Shinra and Arthur." And my gosh, guys, I like after this episode, I love this girl, man. First of all, Arthur's kind of like telling those girls that they're princesses or something. The nun is like not having it at all. She's like, "What?" And then Maki's like, "Oh, princess," like her blushing, being like, "Oh, princesses," which is like freaking hilarious. And what was cool is that she's actually an ex-soldier. Maki is the girl who can like part like fire and manipulate and stuff, which is very cool. And so she fights on the lieutenant's orders, and then she's like, "Who, me?" And he's like, "Is there anybody else named Maki?" Like that shit was hilarious. And then so when she's about to fight, she takes off like the top of her of like the firefighter outfit or whatever, and oh my gosh, is this woman ripped? Like a quirky, lovable, cute girl who is straight up toned. Like that is my kind of woman. She, to me, I don't care what anybody says, she looking damn sexy. I freaking love it, because I love a girl who is super nerdy and she seems like a quirky, a cute, quirky kind of girl, very feminine and stuff. But then when she takes that top off, her arms are like so shredded and toned and stuff. It's not to the point where it's like bodybuilder, straight up bodybuilder looking, but it's like if she flexes, you'll see a vein and you'll see that muscle be popping. So like I love her. I love that girl so much. So like Arthur calls her a princess or whatever, and then she's like, aren't knights supposed to kneel before princesses? Like that was hilarious. And then he calls her an ogre, and then for some reason she thinks that he said monster cyclops or some shit. But like the way that she was fighting Shinra and Arthur, like able to part their like fire and use it against them and stuff, that's how she's able to use the fire. It's just awesome. All that was great. And then like them fighting her 2-on-1, nothing's going right for them. And the techniques of like how she's fighting them, like she boom right in Shinra's chin, like beats him, he's falling backwards, he's smiling, so you know he's nervous. And then Arthur comes in with his lightsaber and swinging it around and shit, and then it's like plasma, so she can't necessarily like completely like disperse it or anything, but she can like mess with it. And them both saying that like, "Why do you look like an ogre?" and Shinra saying like, "Why is your face so ogre looking like?" or whatever, and she loses her shit. Like that image of her face on the screen, I'm probably gonna use that as a thumbnail or something. But my gosh, she disperses their flames and stuff, uses their flames to create this giant, she calls it Bobobo, like from like the anime with like the guy with the nostril hairs, whatever. Like that shit was funny, and she names it that. I think it's kind of cute. But the lieutenant like stops it, and then he puts it out with like water and stuff, and then she's crying. She's like, "No!" Or like I think that was the first half of the episode. Like hilarious, cute, adorable, and everything, and I thought it was great. And then the second half, which I mostly explained about in the beginning of the video, was like this girl who lost her mom 2 years ago, and then now like her father turned into an infernal, and now they put him out. But the captain saved a picture for her, and for her like the daughter, and it was just very emotional and like also very weird and mysterious, because the captain said that like there's a faction, like a sacred ministry or something, that take joy in killing infernals and stuff, and it's not something to be laughed about. It really isn't, because they are humans and they're still suffering and stuff, and the fire force is to put them out of their misery. That's why they're there and stuff. And there was this mysterious dude that looks very weird, and I think he like used he was smoking a cigarette or something, and it said Joker in the air or something, in the smoke, so maybe that's his name or something like that. Or I don't know, something, but he's doing something to like mess with people, because like it was very quiet in that place where the infernal was, where that girl's father was, and he was just sitting down, like not doing anything. Like, what is up with that? And what's up with that dude? Like, I don't know how to explain this stuff, because like, first of all, like a flame comes out of nowhere, and it's like a smiling face, like a grinning face, and Shinra and Arthur and the captain are looking at it like, how is that possible? Like, that doesn't make any sense. And that guy that's the Joker or whatever had it looked like he had like ashes or something, like some black like mineral looking thing that like it just makes everything fire, or like it blows things up or some, I don't know what it is, like an arsonist in like a pyrokinetic world or something. Seems like it's not like a huge thing, but like it kind of is, and it sounds like it. And it was crazy. Like, that's what happens at the end when the captain gives like the picture to the girl, and the girl's just bawling her eyes out, and that's what almost got me. Like, I started crying for her because she lost both of her parents within 2 years. And then now she's scared that it's going to happen to her. So, that was just very sad and emotional. Why did I say sad? I was like, it's very sad and emotional and stuff. And seeing Shinra being like, I'm never going to get, like, it's going to take a very long time for him to get used to seeing this stuff. And Arthur's the one who puts the father out of his misery in the apartment. And very emotional, very sad stuff, and I'm really wondering who that Joker guy is. It seems like there's a whole other like mysterious thing going on, like something wrong that's going on, that it seems like it's not just straight up human combustion that's happening. It's like other people that are causing others to like combust and turn into infernals, which seems crazy. It's a crazy arsonist. Ridiculous. But yeah, next episode I believe is the rookie soldier games or something like that. Rookie soldier, I think that's what's called, games or something like that. But and Arthur and Shinra are gonna be there because it's all about the rookies going head to head against each other in like, I believe, in like fights or games and things like that. It seems like it's going to be really awesome and a lot of good action, it seems like. So I'm very excited about that. Yeah, but this episode was definitely a slower pace than last week's episode, which I'm perfectly fine with it, because last week's episode they killed 2 Infernos with some crazy fighting and shit, and you got Shinra with his rocket feet, which is really cool. And then this one, you got half of the episode very funny, very hilarious and stuff, and then the second half we understand why these firefighters are doing what they're doing, and explaining more as to why they're doing things and why the captain wants to do the things like the way that he wants to, and very, very emotional to the point I almost teared up and stuff. And it was a really good episode. I think it was just as great as the first episode. And again, like, the animation is just flames, literally. Pun intended also. But what do you guys think about this episode? Leave down in the comments your thoughts about the things that I said, what you like most about the episode and stuff. I think my favorite one is seeing Maki come out, like with her buff ass self and everything, and kicking Shinra and Arthur's ass. Like, that was like my favorite part. But yeah, what do you guys think? Your favorite part? Leave down in the comments. Like this video if you did. Like the video if you liked the episode and the things that I said. And subscribe to the channel for more reviews, vlogs, unboxings, live reactions, and theory discussion videos, and things like that. So gentlemen, stay classy. The ladies, stay sassy. But most important, everybody, you gotta stay a little nasty, alright? So peace and love. And I will see you all later in the next video. Peace out. May the force be with you always. And plus ultra.